For Klavs Veinbergs, hockey has been a journey, taking him from his hometown in Latvia halfway around the world to Colorado Springs. While his love for the game was not immediate, his dedication and resilience have made him a standout for the Tigers.
It all started when I was 6 years old. When I turned 6, my dad brought me to the rink and showed me, "This is your gift, you're gonna play ice hockey." And I tried it, I hopped on the ice, and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. And then I took a year off. You have to love it to play it. And I was like, well, at that time I wasn't ready for it. And then the second time I tried, I still didn't like it. And then my dad goes, you know, just go to 2 more practices, and if you don't like it, you can quit. And at that time the coach changed, and this coach had worked with some NHL guys. His name is Yevgeny Linkevich. And he just brought the spark, and I just fell in love with it.
After being recruited by Colorado College, Klavs has found his home away from home.
When I first landed in Colorado, I was like, because my first experience of America was Nebraska, and you know, it's just cornfields and flat, and coming here, seeing all the mountains, and the weather being like sunny and pretty warm too. Well, the facilities too, right? The coaching staff. And, it was a pretty easy decision for me.
When he got over to the U.S. and was in the USHL, we tried recruiting him the first time around. He chose another school, and then you know the other school lost their head coach, or their head coach left and took another job. So his recruitment opened up, and you know we stayed pretty committed to wanting him and having a role for him. And you know, he's a big center, great on draws, can shoot a puck, and brings a lot. And I think we really liked his upside of what he could be as he continues to mature.
Klavs' freshman year came with its challenges. A shoulder injury delayed his collegiate debut until January, but his determination never wavered.
I think definitely it was harder than it would have been if I started at the start of the season, but at the same time, I participated in all the meetings. I watched every practice. I was in the process all the time, so it was I was already in it. So, but yeah, the first time I stepped on the ice against Minnesota Duluth, the game was really, really fast, and I was like, wow, this is college hockey.
Everybody else is sped up. The reads are habits. You know, there's less thinking at that point in the season, and so for him to be able to step in and especially do it at Duluth and that type of environment was really impressive. And I think that's what really stood out, is just how he prepared, you know, how he handled that type of adversity and the speed, and then just helping him continue to speed up his process of getting back and processing the game.
Beyond college, Klavs has proudly represented his native Latvia on the international stage, including the World Juniors and the Men's World Championship.
The first time in the World Juniors, it was like playing basically against the best players in the world that are probably going to play in the National Hockey League. And then the Men's Championship, I think the biggest part was being on the same ice with William Nylander. And I don't know, I just feel like they gave me confidence that, like, no matter how high you play, you're still a human, and just playing on the same ice with them gave me that swagger, a little bit of confidence to feel like I could do it.
I think when you play at that level, it demands a certain level of detail, a certain level of pace, a certain level of commitment to doing the right things and processing the game, and I think anytime you get those experiences, it just helps you. It helps you, you know, lead others and help them manage certain situations, and it builds confidence. You know, you get to go and you're recognized as one of the top players in the world and represent your country. There really isn't much of a cooler experience than that, and I think, you know, he came back from those experiences really energized, really excited, and it just continues to help him take steps forward.
Klavs' hockey journey took another exciting turn when he was selected by the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2022 NHL Draft, a moment that solidified his dream of playing at the highest level.
I kind of knew about the draft. I knew there's like 1% chance I could get drafted, but I kind of forgot about it, and I just watched the movie at home, and then I just received one phone call. I accidentally declined a call. I see another number popping up, and then I see my coach's phone popping up, and then I pick it up and he goes, "Congrats." I go, "For what?" He goes, "You got drafted by Tampa Bay Lightning." And I was like, yeah, those are the best emotions I think I've experienced in my life. Yeah, that was amazing.
Now in his sophomore season with the Tigers, Klavs is looking to build on last year and elevate his game.
I think the biggest thing is just being consistent and bringing it every game. You know, I know that the team needs every player to buy in, and for me, it's just doing my job, doing the little things. You know, winning face-offs, going to the net, and just being a player too that is hard to play against. And yeah, just being consistent with that and taking that next step.
He's constantly trying to learn, but I do think as you see him this year, you know, the thinking is becoming less and less. He's allowed himself to be a lot more of an instinctual player. His foot speed continues to improve. His desire to move his feet and attack the game with them continues to improve. And once that gets going and once that gets really consistent, he's a force. You know, he can drive nets, he can get pucks deep, you know, drive pucks deep, get to that far post, but he also has a good shot and he has the ability to slow it down and distribute from the middle as well. So they just keep getting better. Every week he keeps taking a step and keeps getting a bigger role for us.
From his early days in Latvia to competing on college hockey's and the world's biggest stage, Klavs Veinbergs' journey is one of a lot of travel, growth, and a deep love for the game.